How's it going, everybody? I hope everybody had a fantastic New Year's. I know we did. We hung around the house here, watched a lot of movies, had a lot of good food. It is good to see everybody tonight. We got a lot of good people in the chat here tonight that I've seen already. Looks like we got 18 watching. If you haven't already, remember to smash that like button. It's always much appreciated. How's it going, Mr. Rocker Vlogs? Good to see you. I hope your New Year's was fantastic. I know that JNC No Limit TV is in the house. How's it going, buddy? Hook and Hunt TV, how are you doing? I hope your New Year's went fantastic. Northwest Open Season, I've seen him in the chat too. How's it going? Old Buzztail, how's it going, buddy? I hope you had a great New Year's. Bass and Binks TV, how is it going? Good to see everybody in here tonight. I'm glad that you could stop by and spend a few minutes with me. Did anybody get out fishing today or hunting or anything? My dad and Jackson and myself all got out ice fishing today. JT's Crappie Cave, how's it going? I am glad that you could stop by. I hope your night is going well, and I hope you had a fantastic New Year's. My dad and myself and Jackson, we got out ice fishing today. We had some really good luck. I'll tell that story here in a little bit. Papa Rome's Outdoors, how's it going, buddy? I hope you're having a fantastic New Year's. Snowed in 20 plus inches. We just got over a snowstorm up here in Minnesota. We had a good snowstorm that blew through Thursday and Friday. And then Sunday night into Monday here, New Year's Eve, we had another good snowstorm that blew in. Blizzard-like conditions. Here at my house, we got 14 inches of snow. But the big thing was the wind. It ended up blowing about 40 miles an hour, and it was gusting up over 50. So we definitely had some whiteout conditions. And then it got super cold. We did go fishing today, but we woke up this morning to about minus 17 degrees, which it was a little bit chilly. Fishy Angler, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by, much appreciated. Thanks for giving that thumbs a smash. Precision Angling, how's it going, buddy? I hope your New Year's was fantastic. Yes, JNC, it's extremely cold right now. We did not get above zero today. We woke up with minus 17, and the high today was minus 2. So we were out fishing in some pretty cold weather, but we got up the house pretty quick, turned on the old Big Buddy heater, and we were pretty warm inside the house. What do we see? Oregon Beaver Outdoors. How is it going? Good to see you. Real Eat 17 Fishing with CP. How's it going, buddy? I hope you're having a great New Year's. Said I caught a 2-pound crappie today. No joke. It was a donkey. That's a pretty nice crappie. Congratulations. Papa Rome's Outdoors. Yes, we had a high today of -2 Fahrenheit. Our low so far has been minus 17. So we have not gotten above zero all day yet. Bass and Bink says, weekend, Hook and Hunt TV is the one I'm going with late season for bow. Well, that's cool. Good luck to both of you. Northwest Open Sea says 2-pound crappie's a good one. That is a good crappie. Papa Rome says, geez, hope I don't see those temps until next year. Why? I hope we don't see cold weather like that again, but we probably will a couple times before the season's done. Uh, the good thing, though, this cold snap's only going to last a couple days, and they're talking temps back up into the mid-30s here at the end of the week, so this cold snap isn't going to last too long. Logan Rowe, how's it going, man? Good to see you. I watched your last video a little while ago, and that was one unique shed that you found. That was pretty cool. Hook and Hunt says, thanks, man. We will both be filming a video, so hopefully we can both get the job done on a big old doe or a nice buck. I hope so, too. I look forward to seeing that video when you guys go out. That's so great. We got 19 people in the chat. That's awesome. If you haven't already, remember to smash that like button. It's always much appreciated. So, Steve, how's it going? Happy New Year to you. Fishy Angler, yes, it is good for making some ice. Right now our lakes have about 18 inches on them, so we keep making ice every day. Precision Angler says we had a high of -7 on Thanksgiving, real feel of 16. Yeah, it's cold. Luckily we didn't have too much wind today. We did wake up though with wind chills up in the mid-20s below zero. But the wind was relatively calm today. Mr. Rocker Vlog says, awesome stream. Thank you, buddy. Much appreciated. Fishy Angler says, I don't think we'll get ice this year. Well, that would suck. I enjoy ice fishing up here. We don't ever have to worry about not having any ice here in Minnesota. Sometimes we got to worry about the ice getting too thick to where it's really hard to drill holes into the ice. So you have to put extenders on your augers and stuff just to get a hole through the ice. Hook 'em Danny, oh nice. I'm hoping this cold snap gets us some in Montana. It has been 50s before Christmas, lost all our ice. Well, that sucks. Scott's Thoughts, how's it going, buddy? Thanks for stopping by. Happy New Year's to you. Good to see you. We got 20 people in the chat. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. That is just awesome. Papa Rome's here's a cool story. Got a call today. I won another boat, 15-foot V-haul in a fishing derby earlier in the season. My fish got picked in the raffle, won last season. Well, that's really cool. That's always cool to win something. I've never really won anything in a fishing derby. I've fished a lot of derbies. I've won stuff in raffles before, but never for like the biggest fish or anything like that. That's awesome, buddy. Fishy Angler, I went kayak fishing 2 days ago. How did you do? Did you have any luck? That's one thing I haven't really done is done any kayak fishing or anything. I hope to get a kayak maybe this summer and do a couple river runs with it with Jackson. I think that would be pretty good. I see we got 22 in the chat now. That is pretty cool. We're actually approaching my record. My record is 27 in the chat at one time. Let's see here. Hook and Hunt, I've been watching your urban deer hunts. They're awesome. Keep up the good videos. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, we get to do a couple urban hunts around here. There's a it's actually the city that I work in full time. They offer some urban hunts. They give out some special permission slips for select people to hunt inside city limits. There's a lot of deer inside city limits. A lot of them get hit by cars. There was even one incident where a deer ran through a storefront window, got into the store, messed up the store. It also, cut itself up and wounded itself. And I do believe that they had to put that deer down just because of its injuries. So it's a good thing that they let some hunters come in and help thin the herd down inside the city limits. Scott Sott says, I used to go walk on the Ottawa River. Well, that's pretty cool. I've thought about getting some snowshoes and stuff and doing some like snow hikes and whatnot, but I haven't quite done that yet. So Steve says he needs to go fishing more in 2019. Well, I hope you get some time and get out and be able to fish some more. My wife here is stopping in to say hi and sit with us for a little while too. For those of you that haven't met her, her name is Misty, and she's in a lot of videos too and does a lot of hunting and fishing also. She kind of took off this last year though with the birth of our son. That was in April.
April, yep.
Yep. And
he'll be a year here soon.
Yeah, he'll be a year pretty soon. So she kind of took off time from hunting and fishing because of that, but we'll get into it again this upcoming year in 2019. Coconut says, my first ever deer was an urban area. Here, I gotta go back a little bit. My chat is going pretty quick. Was an urban area with the crossbow. It's awesome. Here in Ohio, we can bait deer, so it makes it a lot easier to kill them. I personally don't bait deer, though. Yeah, up here in Minnesota, we're not allowed to bait deer, but it is fortunate for us that we can do some urban hunting in certain areas. I'm going to pop my chat out so I can make it a little longer, and that way I can, I don't have to read quite so fast before it disappears on me. All right. Yank your crank. How's it going, buddy? I see. I didn't see you come in. It's good to see you. Happy New Year. Darren's Northern Life. How's it going? Happy New Year. Good to see you. I haven't watched your new video, but I seen the title said something like you got stuck on the ice or something like that. I'll have to check that out. We went ice fishing today. We didn't get stuck, but we did plow through a bunch of snow to get out there. After getting about 14 inches of snow and that 40-mile-an-hour wind, there was a lot of drifts and a lot of snow out on the lake. Papa Roams Outdoors says, oh my God, I just came up with an invention. Well, please share. Mr. Rocker Vlogs, I see, said, I went hunting once and I actually liked it. Well, that's pretty cool. Wow. What did you go hunting for? Scott's Thoughts channel says, I have shared your stream everywhere. Well, I sure appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. We got 23 people in the chat. That is so awesome. Thanks, everybody, for stopping by. Much love to you. And don't forget, guys, go ahead and check each other out. There's a lot of good channels in here, a lot of good supporters. The only thing I ask is don't use the subscribe word in the chat. Rather, just go leave a comment on somebody's video and let them know that you subscribe to them and ring their bell, and most likely they'll do the same. Yank Your Crank, he does baits. He makes like crank baits and paints them and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, we might as well tell my story a little bit here from today's adventure. But my dad and I and Jackson, we got out ice fishing today. We went out spearfishing for the first time this season. So we will have a video up probably toward the end of the week on that. I did take my camera out, so we did some recording on that. My dad, though, he speared his personal best northern today, which was pretty cool. Do you have your phone with you?
I can grab it real quick.
Yeah.
It's just
I want to see if she, I'll show you guys a picture of it maybe on her phone. I don't have the picture on my computer right now, but But my dad has gone spearing. He started last year, so this is his second year spearing, and we had a nice fish come in. We ended up seeing 3 total fish, the one that he speared, and then he threw a spear at another one and missed it. And then we seen another one come in and smack the decoy we had down there, but we didn't get a chance to throw a spear at that one. Basamik says, I was saying last live YouTube didn't want to cooperate. Do you want to try some of my signature color soft plastics? If so, what style soft plastic do you mainly use? I use them all, buddy. I'm not picky. I always try to mix it up a little bit and catch fish on all kinds of stuff. But that would be really cool, and I would definitely use it and even feature it in a video. Hook and Hunt TV says, Weekend, I showed you some support earlier, man. Love your videos. Just came across them the other day. Well, I appreciate it. Much love to you. Mr. Rocker Vlog says, a lot of awesome channels in here. You got that right. A lot of good people in here. Precision Angler says, really surprised Maine doesn't let us spear pike. The state hates pike and wants them gone. Yeah, we've been able to, we can spear pike, any rough fish, so like suckers and I don't think they let us spear carp though, but we can spear suckers. Only in the wintertime though can we spear pike through the ice. They call it dark house spearing. That's the only time that we can actually spear pike. They changed the rules this year though. The Minnesota DNR, they're trying to essentially grow bigger pike and get the smaller ones out of the lakes. Some of the lakes are getting overrun with small pike. So they actually upped the limit to 10. They put a, from 3. They put a slot limit on the fish now. So everything from 22 to 26 inches, if you angle them, you have to throw them back right away. And you can keep 2 over the 26-inch range. For spear fishing, you're allowed to spear 1 fish between the 22 and 26 inch range, and you can spear up to 2 fish over that. Or if you keep 2 fish over that, then you can't keep 1 fish in between the slot, or you can keep 1 fish in between the slot and 1 fish over. So they have upped the limits, put a slot on them, and an attempt to try to grow some bigger fish. But Adventures in Bass Fishing with TK, Weekend Warrior, sorry again for bailing the other night on your stream. Just had an emergency at work. Hey, no problem, man. If you guys stop by and just say hi and leave, that's awesome. I'm just honored that you guys take any time out of your day and stop by. So if it's just a few seconds or several minutes or whatever, any time that you guys spend with me is greatly appreciated. Octavia says, have any paranormal stories? I guess no, but I have some spooky stories when I've walked through the woods at night, like coming back from hunting and stuff. I've heard some pretty crazy things, and I'll get back to that a little bit, but I'm going to try to get caught up here on chat a little bit. Yanker Crank says, how thick is the ice there right now? We're sitting on about 18 inches of ice. Some lakes have a little bit more, some have a little less, but the lakes we've been fishing, we're sitting right about 18 inches. Let's see here. Precision Angler says, we have no limit on pike. Well, that's crazy. You have no limit on pike, yet they don't let you spear, which is pretty interesting to me. Hook'em Dano says, I love pickled pike. I do too. We actually pickled some last year. It was the first time that we tried that, and it turned out pretty good. Darren's Northern Life says, I don't keep pike, tastes alright, but just prefer a good boneless walleye fillet. That is right. You know, that's the thing that, you know, that's the main reason why people don't keep pike is because of the bones. We do fillet the bones out of them. We take the Y bones out when we clean them. It takes a little extra time, but we are able to clean all those bones out and make a boneless fillet, which is pretty good. Let's see here. Infantry Outdoors, how's it going? If I missed you coming in, just light me up, light my name up, and I'll give you a shout out. There's a lot of people that have come in here, and I think I've missed a few. Crazy About Fishing, how is it going? Happy New Year to you, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Florida Pirate Adventures, how is it going, buddy? Happy New Year to you. Thanks for stopping by. It's much appreciated. So back to the question earlier about the paranormal story. I don't, like I said, I don't really have a paranormal story, but I have heard some pretty creepy things walking through the woods at night, coming out of the deer stand and stuff. I was walking along a cornfield, along a wooded lot. This was well after dark, and the coyotes and everything started yipping off into the distance. They were so close where I could hear them growling, and they were fighting each other or fighting over something. I'm not really sure. Maybe they had a fresh kill or something. I'm not really sure, but they were very vocal, going back and forth. And I could hear something walking through the woods off to my right in the leaves and stuff. They were rustling a little bit. And after walking a few hundred yards and hearing that every once in a while, all of a sudden I could hear it off of my right side and my left side. Something walking in the leaves, rustling them a little bit. I couldn't hear anything other than that, just every once in a while. And got a couple more feet ahead of me, and all of a sudden I could hear one start to growl. And I don't know if I started walking in its path or they were actually kind of stalking me. I don't really know, but one started to growl a little bit, and that freaked me out quite a bit. And I think I didn't start running, but I definitely started walking a little faster back to the truck. Scott Thoughts Channel says, do you use metal leads or plastic ones? So both, I guess, but in the summertime I mainly use steel leaders. In the wintertime I mainly just use fluorocarbon leaders that I make. I usually go up to about a 14-pound test from my 8-pound test that I use on my main line, and that's all I use in the wintertime. So no leaders in the wintertime, but I do use steel leaders in the summertime. Real 817 Fishing says, where are you guys from? Talking to Week and Wire. We live in west central Minnesota. How's it going, Grant McIntosh? Good to see you. Happy New Year's to you, buddy. Precision Angler says, I had a pack of coyotes surround my stand one evening. Wasn't fun 1 mile walk in the dark. No. Especially when they start getting really vocal and everything. It gets a little unnerving when you get a few coyotes around you. Yanker Crank says, what is your favorite fish to eat? Okay, so I think my most favorite fish to eat is probably just panfish. I enjoy crappies, fillets of crappies. I also enjoy sunfish. When I do sunfish, I usually I cut the fins off and everything, and I gut them out. I leave the skin on. I take a cordless drill and I put what do they call, the blender beater on the end of it, and then I take all the scales off with that. It's really quick. Of course, I don't recommend doing this inside. Do it outside because it will make a pretty big mess. But I'll sit there and I'll take all the scales off of it, and then I like to just fry it like that. I really like the skin on a sunfish. I do eat a lot of northerns too, and walleyes, of course, which I like both of them. As I mentioned earlier, with the northerns, we do fillet them to where we take the wide bones out, so they are boneless. But I would say panfish for freshwater fish is my favorite fish to eat. But I really like all of them. Let's see here. Hook and Hunt TV says, one morning I was setting up a ground blind and had a skunk within 5 feet of me. That's always unnerving. I've had a few close calls with skunks throughout the years. The latest one was not last year, but the year before.
Mm-hmm.
The year before, when we were turkey hunting, our turkey grounds are a little over an hour away, so we get up pretty early. We let the dog outside right before we were going to leave, and there was a skunk right on our porch, sprayed the dog right in the face, and that was a stinky mess for a few days trying to get all that out of him. Darren Zornay says, sorry that was for Weekend Warrior Outdoors. Any tips on getting walleye through the ice? Been tough lately. Just find the structure. I really like using like those jig and wrap things. That always works pretty good. I like using, do you have that box?
The ice fishing box?
Yeah. I'll have her go get a lure that I really like using when I'm fishing walleyes. Northwest Open Seasons, I'm worried about wolves than coyotes. Yeah, I would be too. We don't have a lot of wolves right where I live here, but they're more up in northern, eastern Minnesota. But there has been a few wolves spotted around this area here and there, but they just really haven't taken hold that much in my area. But I would be concerned about that too. Octavia says, do you sell fish you catch? I do not. I only keep fish for myself to eat. I don't sell any. Let's see here. I'll grab. So, Darren, I really like using these guys for when I'm doing walleye fishing. It's called the Lighted Firefly, and it's just like this little jigging spoon thing with a treble hook on it, and then they put those little eyes on it. And I don't know, it's something about those eyes that when you're down there jigging them, it just drives walleyes crazy. But I really like using these. I'll tip this with a minnow. Sometimes I'll put even 2 of them on there. Sometimes I put like a half a minnow on there too. It just kind of depends on how the fish are acting that particular time. But I like those. Anchor Crank says, I really like them as well, especially crappie. Yeah. Panfish are really, really nice to eat. Sorry guys, I am way behind in chat, but I'm trying to get caught up here. Hook and Hunt TV says, some good people on this live. Thanks for the support from everyone. There is a lot of good people in here, and I do appreciate every one of you stopping by and hanging out with me. Darren's Northern Life says, Lake Manitoba has almost zero structure and is quite shallow. Basically, you need to find the schools and get them to bite. Yeah, I would just try something like that then and just kind of bang it off the bottom, kind of stir up a little bit of the mud and stuff and see if you can't get them to come over to you. Logan Rowe, where are you located again? I am in west central Minnesota. Hillbilly Catfishing, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated. I hope you had a great New Year's. I hope everybody had a great New Year's. Yeah, my wife there, Misty Stahl, she's popping links out there. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Hook and Hunt TV says, any tips on filming hunts? I only have a GoPro at the moment, but I make it work. I will be getting a camera hopefully this year. Well, I'm learning myself on filming hunts and stuff. I find that a lot harder than filming fishing for a few reasons, which is when you're out fishing, movement and stuff doesn't really matter that much. when you're out hunting, you know, if you're moving around a lot, it can catch you. So it's kind of hard for me, like setting up cameras and stuff and getting angles and stuff. A lot easier fishing than hunting. I would just say I do like to use two cameras just to get different angles while filming. But right now I use, I got a couple action cameras, and then I have like a main camera that I use for all my filming. Hook'em Daniel says, Darren, you can just bite off however much minnow you need. Yeah, that's right. Uh, I think it was his, Darren, correct me if I'm wrong, it was your brother or something like that. He had a friend, and if he got to 100 subscribers, he was going to eat a minnow. So I think that's why he was saying that. How's it going, Tyler James Outdoors? Good to see you. Hope you're having a great New Year's. What are your big plans for 2019? Well, I hope just to keep doing what I've been doing, trying to get out fishing or hunting every weekend. Kind of hence the name Weekend Warrior. I do most of my stuff on the weekends because I'm working during the week. But I just hope to continue to get out every weekend, keep filming stuff and sharing my experiences with everybody. I hope to do some short trips around Minnesota this year where I want to take Jackson kind of on a trout trip where we may like leave on a Friday night and go hit some trout streams and trout lakes around Minnesota, and then I come back on a Sunday. I think that would be pretty cool. Let's see here. Logan Rose says 2 cams, very good advice. Yeah, you know, if you can get a few cameras out there and get different angles, that sure makes the shots look a lot cooler. Darren's Northern Life says yes, was my brother. Okay, I couldn't remember if it was your brother or your cousin. Infantry Outdoors says a GoPro and a camera works very well to give 2 angles. It sure does. Those GoPros are pretty handy. Darren's Northern says, gotta go get caught up on some editing backlog. Great stream. Have a great evening, guys. Well, thank you for stopping by, and Happy New Year's, buddy. Scott's Thoughts channel says, I have liked your Facebook page. Well, thank you, buddy. Much appreciated. Northwest Open Season says, I wish I had an editing backlog. I actually have a lot myself, too. I have a lot of, I would say, B-type footage where maybe it didn't go so well, or I had something go wrong with the camera itself, so it only got some of the shot. I was thinking of doing some type of kind of blooper reel thing with that footage, which I think I will probably toward the end of the month or something. Too Fat to Hunt Outdoors. How's it going, buddy? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're having a great New Year's. Boy, we got a lot of good people in the chat. Still got 22 people watching. That is just awesome. We may even break my record tonight. My record for people in the chat at one time is 27. So we've gotten kind of close a couple times already tonight. And if anybody hasn't smashed that like button yet, please smash that like button. It's always much appreciated. Bass and Binks TV says, so far I've had 2 people wanting to collab with me. Good to hear that. Collabs are always fun. I'm sure we'll be doing some fishing challenges over the summer too, with a lot of different channels and stuff. So stay tuned for upcoming challenges and stuff we'll be doing. We did one with JNC No Limit TV this last year, and we also did one with G Money Strong Outdoors. So a lot of good collabs that could be going on too with fishing challenges and tournaments and stuff. It's pretty cool. So, Scott Slot Channel says, everyone share the stream for Week More. Let's help build his community. Well, I appreciate that, Scott. And, Strong Outdoors, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're having a great New Year's. So yeah, back to our ice fishing today. So we had a pretty good one. I'm going to have her pull up a picture here and I'll show it with you guys. So my dad got his personal best northern through the ice and also his personal best northern period of his life. So the fish here he speared. We were spearing in 8 feet of water. We were using a little wooden decoy down there. And we had this guy come in. Hopefully this shows up pretty good on the camera. But my dad today, I don't have the picture on my computer yet, as I would show it there, but I haven't done any editing yet. But this is my dad's personal best northern of his life, his second year spearing, and he was able to do that with the spear today, so that was pretty cool. He was pretty stoked and pretty happy about that. The fish weighed in at about 7.5 pounds. It was a good fish. It's not, you know, like a giant, but, you know, it's his personal best, and he was pretty proud of it. If it's just a couple pounds or if it's 15 pounds, it's still pretty cool. A trophy is a trophy to the beholder, so. We also had a couple other fish that came through that were just a little bit smaller than that one, but we seen some pretty good, nice pike today through the ice. So be looking out for the video for that. I think we'll probably get that done toward the end of the week. I'll get that all edited up and stuff, but it was some pretty cool footage that we got. We had done a big spear hole. It was probably about 2 feet wide and about 3 feet long, and I had the camera up over top of it, and you could see down and see the fish come in. So I think it's going to make for a pretty good video. I see we got 25 in the chat. We're 2 away from tying our record, so that's pretty cool. And if anybody hasn't hit that like button yet, please do so. And if you, for some reason, am not subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate it if you would hit that red button. And don't forget to check each other out too in the chat. A lot of good people out there with very good content, good supporters also. Check their channel out, stop by, pull up a video, watch it, and leave a comment, and hit the like button for them also. Hook and Hunt TV says, all right, guys, see you later. Thanks for the support. I'll be sure I'll be in the next live. Well, thanks you for stopping by. Have a great night. Much appreciated. Missy's going to step away here. Our little baby James, he's up there fussing a little bit, so she's going to go put him back down. Infantry Outdoors, you have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Papa Roams Outdoors says, I really hate to ask. Any chance I can get 2 more people to get me out? My goal a year ago was to hit 1,000. So are you saying you are 2 away from 1,000? I'm going to go over and check you out here. Oh wow, we can get him to 1,000. That'd be pretty cool. So if anybody can hit up Papa Rome's Outdoors. He is $999. Let's get him to 1,000, guys. If anybody doesn't have him, please go check him out. That would be really cool if we can send him over the limit tonight. Yeah, Papa Rome's, he's a good channel, a lot of good content, good supporter too. If anybody doesn't have him, please go hit his subscribe button and let's get him to 1,000. Well, that's awesome, Papa. Congratulations on 1,000. That is awesome. Happy New Year's, buddy. That's pretty cool, buddy. No, don't feel bad at all. When you're that close to a milestone like that, it's no problem to ask. Yanker Crank says, when does it start to get warm again there? Well, January and February are basically our biggest snow months and our coldest months. March is our turnaround month. It doesn't start getting really warm though until like April, May. But in March we'll double our average temperature, so that's kind of the turnaround month where we start melting some of the snow, melting some of the ice. It's not uncommon to have the lake still froze though, well into the end of March and into April really. There's sometimes when our fishing opener, our open water fishing opener is in May, and there has been years past where people are worried about ice still being on the lakes, but usually everything is opened up in the middle of April, toward the end of April. Pretty much everything is open up then, usually. But it's not odd to have a blizzard even in April. My birthday is April 14th, and growing up I remember a few birthdays where we had to cancel the birthday party because of a snowstorm. So. Papa Rome says, Weekend Outdoors, thank you so much for the support. Hey, no problem, buddy. I'm truly happy for you that we could get you to 1,000, buddy. Bass and Binks TV says, Weekend, what's your favorite soft plastic for bass? So my absolutely favorite soft bait to use for bass is a crawfish. If you look back into some of my fishing videos over this past summer, I use the crayfish a lot, and I really enjoy using a crayfish style soft bait. I fish it many ways. I fish it on a weightless, like Texas rig, but weightless. I fish it on a normal Texas rig. I tip it behind using it as trailers on spinner baits. I'll pretty much put it on anything. Papa Roman Outdoors says, I'm going to share this on my Facebook page, man. Really genuine channel and guy you are. Well, I do appreciate the kind words, Papa. I really appreciate it. That's one thing, I truly appreciate everybody's time when you guys stop by and watch the videos and hang out in my chats and stuff. When I say I appreciate it, I mean I do. I appreciate it very much. It means a lot to me to know that people take some time out of their busy lives and spend it with me. It's always much appreciated. Yanker Crank says that is not much different from here, minus the lakes freezing over. Yeah, and it's crazy. Our lakes, they will get froze pretty good. I mean, like I said earlier, there's times where we have to worry about being able to drill a hole in the ice, where we have to put extenders and stuff on our ice augers just so we can get through. I have seen the ice over 3 feet thick, pretty common. It's pretty crazy. Bass and Minx TV says, I'll send you a pack of my signature color soft plastics in a craw form. Anything else? No, buddy, that will be just fine, and that'll be pretty cool. I'll actually I'll feature them in a video and everything once the water opens up, and I'll give you a shout out in it too. Scott Thoughts Channel says, I have shared your stream on my community page. Well, much love, buddy. Thank you very much. So Steve, oh my God, 3 feet. Oh yeah, it has happened before. I've even seen ice thicker than that, but 3 feet does happen somewhat often. Yeah, between the ice getting really thick and the snow getting really deep, late season ice fishing can get pretty challenging. I'm hoping that we don't get too much snow out on the lakes this year, but there's a lot out there right now. After this last snowstorm that we had, there's quite a bit of snow out there, and the drifts are starting to drift in and get kind of hard. I have a permanent house that's out there, that's been out there for a few weeks now, and I went and checked on it today, and it had you know, a good 3 foot drift around it. It's not in danger of being stranded out there yet, but if we get another couple snowstorms like we did last week, it's going to be pretty tough getting around on the lakes out there. You're going to pretty much have to either walk or take a snowmobile or something like that. Bottom Dollar Outdoors, I don't think I seen you come in. I hope you're having a great New Year's, and thanks for stopping by. Say, hi, I'm going to be listening while I process blood and hide to train my pups. Hope hunting and fishing is going well this season. God bless. Well, thanks for stopping by. And yes, it has been going really well. We got out and did some spear fishing today through the ice, and my dad actually got his personal best northern pike through the ice today. Not only was it his personal best northern pike for spearfishing, but it was his personal best northern pike period in his life. So that was pretty cool. And that fish came in at about 7.5 pounds. So it was a good sized northern, good sized fish. And again, the chat's kind of going fast for me, but if I missed a comment or anything, just light my name up in red, and I will definitely read it off. Budget Outdoors and Survival, how's it going, buddy? Happy New Year to you. Thank you for stopping by. It's much appreciated. We had a really good New Year's. We hung out on the house here on New Year's Eve. I actually worked New Year's Eve, and then once I got home, we had some good food, and we watched a few movies through New Year's night. There's a lot of years that I don't even stay up until midnight. I'm sleeping before then, but last night I was up through midnight, and it's been a while, a couple years since I've actually stayed up through midnight. And then we went out fishing today, so we had a good couple days here. Aerial views and histories, good to see you. Happy New Year. Budget Outdoors Files says, I just want to let you know I just tagged you in my video I just put up. All right, I will go and check that, and I still haven't forgot about the other tag that you tagged me in. I will get that video out here soon. It is on my list of videos to do. I just want you to know I haven't forgotten about that yet either. Papa Rome's Outdoors says, post has been sent out on my Papa Rome's Out Facebook page. Thanks again to you and everyone on this channel for allowing me to reach my goal. Well, thank you a lot, Papa, and congratulations again on 1,000. Logan Rose says, ever called coyotes? I have once. I haven't done a lot of coyote hunting or predator hunting, but I have once. I have called for fox once too. I have not been successful on a hunt yet for any predator. I have done some trapping though, and have been successful on that a couple times. We trapped some fox. We've trapped, what were those, mink?
Yes.
We've had some mink. What did we end up with? 2 of them?
2 of them.
We got 2 mink on the farm here this last winter, or this winter here. It was early in December when we caught those. But so I've had a little success with trapping, but I have not with a hunt yet. Papa Rome says, do you have wolves out there? We do have wolves in Minnesota. The population has been increasing every year for the past several years now. In my particular area where I live, we don't have many wolves. They have been seen, but they really don't breed around here that much. They're more in the eastern, northeastern part of the state. I'm in the west central part, extreme west part. And basically, there's just not a lot of them around me. I have a lot of coyotes, though. A lot of coyotes. I have seen packs of coyotes many, many times, and they come around the yard here and stuff. We got 20 people watching, 21 people watching. I do appreciate everybody stopping by. We got Farmal Fanatic. Good to see you, buddy. Happy New Year. I hope your New Year is going fantastic. Jordan Anderson says, what part of Minnesota are you? I'm in the west central part. So if anybody knows where Fargo, North Dakota is, I live about 35 miles kind of to the east of Fargo, North Dakota. Hook'em Danny says, haha, you guys talking predators? I'm pretty sure I just heard a bobcat outside. They know. They always know. Papa Rome's Outdoors. I chased mink all season last year for a month. No luck this season in 3 days with a random skunk. I catch a mink on dry ground. If nobody has hit that like button yet, please smash the like button. It's always much appreciated. And if for some reason I got somebody new here in the chat that hasn't subscribed, do appreciate it if you would hit that red subscribe button and ring that bell. And don't forget to check out all the awesome channels in the chat. Go by their channel, pull up a video, click the like button, let it play, leave them a comment.
Fargo was a great movie.
What's that?
Fargo was a great movie, huh?
Where do you see that?
Right here.
Oh yeah, Fargo was a great movie. Adventures in Bass Fishing. Yes, actually, in Fargo, the town here, the city, they have the wood chipper from the Fargo movie sitting at the visitor center. It's kind of funny. I think they even have like a shoe or something sitting in the top of it. It's funny. Scott Thought says, everyone share the stream again for Weekend Warrior. Well, thank you, buddy. I sure appreciate the support, Scott. And if anybody hasn't yet, go out and check Scott's Thoughts channel out. Great supporter. Budget Outdoors in File says, haha, that's awesome. Yeah, it is funny. You know, I don't go to the visitor center that much, but I was in there one day several years back, and they had they have like a little thing in the corner with memorabilia and stuff from the movie, and one of them is the wood chipper, and I think they have a shoe in there, and then they have some other stuff from the movie. It's kind of neat. Hookem Daniel says, "Oh, just weird in a general sort of way." Adventure in Bass Fishing with TK says you should make a video of it. So yeah, our hunting seasons are all over now as far as big game go. The last day of archery season was New Year's Eve. I did think about going that day, but I ended up not because we were in a blizzard warning and the wind was blowing like 40 miles an hour with basically zero visibility. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to go archery hunting. I think if I would have shot the arrow anyway, it would have just went like that anyway. And Hook and Hunt TV says, I have plenty of hunting and fishing videos coming out. Farmel Fanatics says archery is in here till January 8th. Do you have any more tags to fill? Or I believe you filled all of them, but Jordan Anderson says, with the new snow, coyote season is just getting fired up. Yeah, I don't know if we may try for some predator hunting yet. We can do that yet, but big game hunting and stuff is all done until next year. I've always wanted to do some predator hunting. I tried it, like I said, a couple times, but I've never been successful on it. The piece of land that we hunt for deer hunting, though, has a lot of coyotes on it, and I think it would benefit the deer out there if we did go out there and thin them out a couple of them anyway.
Even around us, we get quite a few.
We do. We have a lot of coyotes around us too. It's crazy. Hoosier back outdoors. How's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Happy New Year. Bass and Binks TV. Logan, don't you? So Bass and Binks, when you were talking about that plastic crawfish earlier, so here's another, see, I like to use plastics on like jigs like this too. I use these a lot, and I'll put a plastic on there. I've caught a lot of bass with those. Hillbilly Catfish night all, and thanks. Happy New Year's, guys. We can wear a good night. Well, have a good night, Hillbilly Catfishing. Thanks for stopping by, and Happy New Year's to you. Passion for hunting and fishing. How's it going, buddy? Happy New Year's to you. I hope all is well. Papa Rome says, I almost missed the New Year's party with my family last night due to prepping my traps. Not a good time showing up with the skunk clan on me. Hoosier Back Outdoors says, where are y'all from? We are in west central Minnesota. If you know where Fargo, North Dakota is, or have seen the movie Fargo, as we discussed earlier, I live about 35 minutes from Fargo, North Dakota, on the Minnesota side. A lot of good people in the chat. We got 24 in the chat, which is just awesome. We're 3 away from tying my record. 27 in the chat at one time is my record. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please do so. It's always appreciated. And don't forget to check each other out in the chat. A lot of good channels, a lot of good supporters. Pull up somebody's channel, go on their video, hit that like button, leave a comment on their video, and show some love. Jordan Anderson says, got my triple threats from Chaos Paddlers. Now I'm just waiting for May to actually use them. Yeah, I'm really big into the ice fishing, but I tell you what, I am missing open water season too, and it just seems so far away. I've been getting a lot of been getting all my mystery tackle boxes still through the mail. These ones here. So I've been getting all these baits for summer water fishing, and all the ice or all the lakes are iced over. So I've been eager to go out and try some of those lures out there. Budget Outdoors and Survival says, that's awesome. We can wear. My record is 12, I think. Well, that's a good record too, though. Papa Rome says, are you near Wisconsin at all? I had to go to school out there for my last career 4 times. Coldest temps ever, minus 37. And a week before was like minus 60, they said. Yeah, I'm not too far from Wisconsin. It would be about 4 hours from Wisconsin where I live. I've got a lot of family in Wisconsin. I've been to Wisconsin several times. And yeah, it's just as cold here as it is in Wisconsin. We have some pretty cold winters and cold wind chills. Aerial Views and History says, I once hit 46 in one of my streams. That's my current record. What a great stream that was. That's awesome, buddy. Adventures in Bass Fishing with TK says, Jordan answers, don't forget to get some trailer hooks for the triple threat, like $1.50 at Walmart. Budget Outdoors and Files says, hello, Mrs. Weekend Wear, chilling in the background. Canadian Drone Guy, how's it going, buddy? Thanks for stopping by. Happy New Year's to you. Joshua Thorsvig's in the chat too. Happy New Year's, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. How did that northern measure up, the one your dad got today? It was 31.5 inches, 7.5 pounds. It was his personal best northern, not only with the spear, but his personal best northern overall. So that was pretty cool. He was pretty happy. So Steve says, Budget Outdoors is 512 is a great start. That is right. We all got to start somewhere. Hoosier Back Outdoor says, my record is 16. That's pretty awesome too, though. Jordan Anderson, ice fishing is great, but nothing better than that bass breaking calm water. That is right. I like ice fishing, but summer fishing is pretty fun. It is a lot warmer, I know that. Bass and Binks TV says, weekend, any style soft plastic I can send you, just name some and I'll send you what I can. It's just whatever you want, buddy. I will try whatever you send me, and I'll try to catch a fish on it, or a couple. So Steve says, never did a live stream myself. I was really nervous when I did my first live stream. I am getting a lot more comfortable with them. I still get a little butterflies in the stomach when I do it, mainly because of YouTube kicking me off every once in a while. That's never fun. It kicked me off my last stream too. But other than that, I'm getting pretty comfortable doing them. My first one, I like 45 minutes leading up to it, I think I was just about ready to throw up. I had a lot of butterflies in my stomach, and I didn't know what to say, but I figure I just get on here and just start rambling and going with the flow, and it works out all right. And it's a good way to connect with you guys and tell a few stories and do some back and forth talking. It's pretty cool. Jordan Anna says, "Hello, yeah, minus 12 Fahrenheit here now." Yeah, that's pretty cold. What are we at right now? We had a high of -2 today out on the lake. So we didn't even hit above 0. And then we had, our low was -17 last night. And right now it is -8. Bass and Binks TV says, "I still have a hard time looking at the camera when I film videos. I have to improve that." Yeah, I find myself not talking enough. It sometimes makes it hard to edit because I have some clips that are just dead sound and nobody's talking. So I really have to struggle and push myself to talk while I'm videoing. And it's a little weird, especially when you're by yourself and you're videoing and you're just talking to yourself out in the woods or out on a boat by yourself. It's a little weird. But yeah, I got to get a little better at that myself. Scott Thoughts Channel says, "I was super nervous in the beginning. I love doing it now." Yeah, I really love doing the lives too. It's a lot of fun. I want to do more lives out fishing or hunting live streams. I did one ice fishing a few weeks ago where we did a live out on the ice. But I do want to do some more of that. But I have to get some better tripods and stuff for my phone and whatnot. I don't have a tripod yet for my phone. And I don't want to do another live without that out on the ice. So. Who's Your Back Outdoors says it's 40 here and I am cold.
We'll trade you.
We'll trade you. Well, while we were out ice fishing today, we did heat the ice house up so much where I had my jacket off and Jackson had his jacket off and everything. It was a good 70 degrees in there. So -2 outside, 70 degrees in the ice house. It's all right. Strung Outdoors says, "Man, it was in the 70s here yesterday. 30s is too cold for me. I couldn't do that negative temps." Yeah.
You get used to it, though.
You do. I know. I know that seems weird, but you do get used to it. The first few days of really cold weather suck. I mean, it just sucks. But then when you have that -17 morning and it warms up to like today at -2,
Like,
it wasn't so bad. Yeah.
It's like a heat wave.
It actually was warm.
You don't have to put as many layers on at that point. You take a few off.
Joshua Thorsvik says, "How thick was the ice today?" We're sitting. We were out on the lake that you were out on last year. I won't say the name just so people don't flood it out there. But I don't think that anybody really lives around here anyway. But we were sitting at a good 16 inches of ice out there. The snow was getting a little thick out there though. There was a good, I don't know, I was bottoming out onto the snow in certain spots. So it was at least a couple feet deep, but I didn't get stuck or anything. The snow is still soft enough, so it's not too hard to get around, but we get a couple good snows like we had on Thursday, and it's going to get a little tough out on the lakes. Who's Your Back Outdoors says, "Gotta run, guys. Much love and Happy New Year's. 5 a.m. comes early." Well, thanks for stopping by, Who's Your Back. Happy New Year's to you. Have a great night. Hook and Hunt TV says, "I was watching a video today of someone ice fishing in Minnesota out of a bed in a house." Yes. There are ice castles that have beds, kitchens, kitchenettes, bathrooms, the whole 9 yards. It's like a little, really like just a miniature house out on the ice. Some of them get pretty elaborate. Our ice house we built a couple years ago. It's not quite that elaborate, but we do put cots and stuff in it, and we do overnights in it, where we'll put a couple cots in there and a couple sleeping bags, and we have it set up to where we can put a TV out there too. So we usually always go out there at least Super Bowl Sunday, and we watch the game out there while we're doing some fishing, and so it's pretty comfortable. Adventures and bass fishing with TK Heaven. You have a good night. Thanks for stopping by, and Happy New Year's to you. Rattle Trap Fishing. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for stopping by, and Happy New Year's to you. But yeah, it was a successful fishing trip today. We got to see a few nice pike come through. My dad got that personal best, and he did throw it another one that was just a little bit smaller than that, but I think it was still about 5 pounds, maybe just a little bit more. And he did miss that one. And then we also seen another one that came through that was a pretty nice fish. We seen several sunfish and stuff come through too. Strong Outdoors says, well, we can wear outdoors. Great live stream, buddy. I've got some rowdy kids I've got to put the fear of God into. Well, thanks for stopping by, Strong. Much appreciated. Happy New Year's to you, and have a great night, and good luck with that. One cast, one fish. How's it going, buddy? Happy New Year's. Yank Your Crank says, does the ice actually melt with a heater in the shacks? Yes, it does, a little bit. For the most part, though, it doesn't. There's a few different kinds of shacks out there. So there's ones that don't have a floor, which is more of a temporary type of thing. So today we were fishing out of one of those where it was floorless. It was just like a pop-up kind of tent in a way that's insulated. So the floor of the ice does melt. Not very much though. I would say it's it's not even a 1/4 inch of the ice melts right by the heater as far as thickness goes. But it does get slippery in there. So it's actually best not to shovel down right to the bare ice. Leave a little bit of snow so that you have some grip inside the house. But it does get kind of slippery. In a ice castle, though, that we were talking about earlier with like the beds and everything, you're up off the ground a little ways. So for instance, the house that we built, we have a 2 by what are they, 16? I think they're 16s, yeah. So we're at least 16 inches off the ice, and they're insulated pretty good, so the heat never really gets down to the ice to melt anything. How was your New Year's? One cast, one fish. Have you got out and done any fishing? Jordan Anderson says, ice cleats are a lifesaver. Yes, they are. Ice cleats is a must, especially in certain scenarios.
Jackson likes his.
Yes, we definitely have several pair of ice cleats. Scott Slots channel says, let's all help get We Can Wear Outdoors to 1.3K, everyone. He only needs 13 more to go. Well, holy crap, if we're that close to 1,300, I've gained a lot then in this live stream, because I was not that close before. One cast, one fish says, not a lot of fishing, had a lot to do around the house, plus the holidays. I spent a lot of time with family. Well, that's a good time to spend time too, though, with the family. Bass and Minks TV says, I've gained 10 since I come in here. Thanks, guys. Well, that's awesome, Bass and Minks. Papa Rome's Outdoors thanks, thank God for Walmart. Never had ice spikes until last season. Yeah, Walmart has some really good stuff too. We have several different kinds. Everything from boots that have spikes in them, that's how they're made, to ice cleats that just fold over the bottom of your shoe and stuff. But especially early and late season when all the snow starts melting and you're like you're having tip-ups and stuff out on the ice, ice cleats are a lifesaver. I've hit my ass out on the ice many times slipping, especially getting in and out of the car. It's always a doozy, that first step. One Cast One Fish says, gotta put family first, so they got my attention over YouTube, but I still love my YouTube family. Hey, no problem, buddy. We all know how that works. Family is the most important thing. Jordan Anderson says, before we got the snow cover, I ended up on my rear a couple of times. Yeah, me too. Aerial Views and History says, great host and community here. Well, I do appreciate the kind words, buddy. Thank you. There's a lot of good people in the chat. Cast One Fish says, I'm preparing to shoot a short video tonight announcing my upcoming 2K giveaway. Well, that's awesome. I will definitely keep an eye out for that. Yank Your Crank says, well, guys, sorry I have to run. This was a great live stream. Thank you, Weekend Warrior. Happy New Year, everyone, and have a great night. Well, you also have a great New Year, Yank Your Crank. Thanks for stopping by. It's much appreciated. Papa Rome says, yeah, I honestly hate the Walmart quality, but when I'm in need and they have cheap prices, I live in an area with nothing around and a Walmart open, so I got them. Yeah, I'm with you there, Papa. Walmart, especially their ice fishing selection, really sucks. At least at our Walmart, there is not much there. But what was it, last year? I think it was last year. We had a running store open in the town that I work in, so I have been going over there. It's kind of like a sporting goods slash farming store. So they have a wide selection of hunting, fishing, outdoor stuff, and then also like farm stuff. Kind of like a little hardware store too. So I've been in there a lot recently, and spent a fair amount of money there since they've opened.
Making sure they stay open.
Making sure they stay open, that's right. Let's see, One Cast One Fish says, trying to decide what to give away, thinking of a new Garmin Striker for Fish Finder. Thoughts from the chat. Well, that would be an awesome prize, to tell you what. Jordan Anderson says, I feel you, One Cast. I was supposed to fish 3 days straight, but got sick the night before I left. That always sucks. It sucks when things like that get in the way of fishing and whatnot. Yeah, One Cast. That would that's a pretty cool giveaway there. My plans this weekend, I plan on going ice fishing again. I want to do some angling, and then also we're going to do some more spearing too. We're going to go out spearing at the same place we did today, but we're going to move just a little bit. We found a little hump that's a sunken island out in the middle of the lake. We were just off of it. We were in about 8 feet of water. I think we need to just move down a little bit and get on the edge of the weeds a little bit more, and I think we're going to see a lot more fish. We've seen 3 really nice fish today, which isn't bad, but I really want to, push it over the edge there and get a few more nice fish like that that come through the holes. So I think we're going to drill a few more holes when we go out there this weekend and just get a little more targeted. Beth Higgy, good to see you. Hello, new supporter here. Nice thumbnail. I appreciate it and welcome to the channel. I hope you had a fantastic New Year's. PGH Bottom Feeder, what's everyone's 2019 goals and achievements they would like to accomplish? It's good to see you, PJ Bottom Feeders. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you had a great New Year. Our goals here is just trying to keep doing what we're doing. I'm hoping to still get out every weekend to be able to go hunting or fishing or maybe even both, and just trying to keep it up. Do you have anything special that you want to accomplish in 2019? Bass and Bink says, weekend, do you flip cover in the summer for bass? You bet. I do it all. I flip cover. I like fishing up by docks and stuff too. We also go out, fish a lot of structure, cast along shorelines, weed beds, you name it, we do it. We basically, we had a couple of nice lakes that we like fishing in the summer for bass, and we basically fish the entire lake. We cover a lot of water when we're out there. So we're doing everything from doing plastic crankbaits, spinner baits, jigs. I don't use a lot of live bait in the summertime for bass, but I have used live bait too for them. Well, we had a good crowd in here tonight. I sure do appreciate everybody stopping by and hanging out with us. A lot of good people in the chat. If you haven't yet, hit that like button. It's always much appreciated. And if you're new in here and haven't subscribed yet, please consider hitting that red subscribe button and ringing that bell. It's always much appreciated. And don't forget to check each other out too in the chat. Go to somebody's channel, pull up a video, hit their like button, leave a comment. It's always greatly appreciated. Bottom Dollar Outdoors, finally done, he says. PG Bottom Feeder says, in February I'll be in Louisville, Kentucky for the 2019 Catfish Conference. Then in July, I will be in the New Mexico to fish with Muddy River Catfishing YouTube channel for a whole week. Well, that sounds awesome, PGH Bottom Feeders. I hope that both trips are successful for you and you have a great, safe travels. And for those that don't know, this is my wife, Misty. She does a lot of the videos and stuff with me too. This past year she didn't go out that much though with the birth of our newest son James, so she kind of took the summer off and the winter and the fall off from hunting. But she's done a lot of hunting, gotten a few deer with muzzleloader and archery hunting, and catches a lot of fish too. Bottom Dollar Outdoors says it's a messy job, but a good blood tracking dog comes in handy from time to time. Sure does. A good trained dog is pretty awesome. I've seen so many good. Excuse me. I've seen so many good dogs out doing upland bird hunting with pheasants and stuff. We walk a lot of pheasants around here, and I've got a lot of friends that do pheasant hunting, and man, they got some really good dogs. They can kick up those pheasants, find them in the cattails after they're shot. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool watching a dog work. Papa Rome's Outdoors says, that's so great to see you guys doing this together. Really great bonding in the outdoors. Yeah, it is. It's an awesome time to be able to spend it as a family out in the outdoors. If it's hunting, fishing, camping, or just sitting on a lawn chair, it's nothing better than enjoying some time in the outdoors. And we'll have James out hunting and stuff. He's He's gone fishing a few times. He's been river fishing once, bank fishing. He's been ice fishing once already this year. And he did walk along on one deer drive during rifle season this past fall too. But next year, as he gets older, we'll be taking him turkey hunting and stuff, and it'll be a good time. He'll be in a few videos coming up in 2019. Canadian Drone Guy says, "Hey everyone, I'm heading out now. Great live, man. Keep them coming." Well, thanks for stopping by, Canadian Drone Guy. I hope you have a great night. Logan Rowe says, "There is at least 2 other streams you're competing with right now. Definitely the best of the streams." Well, I appreciate that, Logan Rowe. Scott Thoughts Channel says, "Yes, I do. It's great. Have your partner being part of what your passion is about." It is. Papa Rome says, "That's excellent. What kind of muzzleloader do you have?" So she shoots a Knight. It's an old Knight muzzleloader. I bought it used from a guy, and that was, about 3 years ago, I think. Yep. And she's been shooting that since. That gun has shot everything from moose, shot bear, deer. I don't think it's ever shot an elk. It shot a caribou too. That gun has been around. The previous owner did a lot of hunting in Alaska with it, a lot of hunting up in Canada too. So it's been all over the place and has seen a lot of time in the outdoors. Papa says, "Nice, as long as it shoots straight." Awesome. Yeah, it does shoot pretty straight. She got one of her biggest bucks, or her biggest buck of her life, with a muzzleloader a couple years ago. She shot it at 150 yards, standing, iron sights. So it does shoot pretty good. She dropped that deer dead in its tracks. It didn't move, but maybe 5 feet. And she shot it while it was snowing too, so snow was blowing in her face at 150 yards with iron sights with a muzzleloader. It's a pretty good shot. Jordan Anderson says, "I better head to bed. Have a great night and Happy New Year." Well, thanks for stopping by and spending time with me. Happy New Year to you, and have a good rest of your night. PGH Bottom Feeder says, "Who will be at the Catfish Conference?" I will not be attending this year, but maybe in years down the road here, I would like to get into some of the conferences and stuff, but nothing planned for this year for any conferences or anything. Papa Rome says, "That's a damn good shot. Sharpshooter should be her name." What do they call you? The Big Buck Slayer is what they've been calling her. Yeah, she did that, and then last year it was last year when you did the archery? Yeah. Yep. Last year she went archery for the first time. I got her a bow for our anniversary, and she went out and got her first archery buck last year. It was a little button buck, but it was a good first deer for her. And Minnesota Public Radio actually did a piece on her where they went out and hunted with her and did a little write-up with women participating in the outdoors. So that was pretty cool. She was on the radio, and they have an article out there online too. It was pretty neat. But I can honestly say that I have never shot a deer with a muzzleloader at 150 yards. I have not. That's something that I have not done yet. Yeah, it was pretty cool. The store, the bait shop that I bought the bow at, actually NPR contacted them and asked them if they knew of anybody that would like to participate in the story that they wanted to do. So then he reached out to us and asked if it was okay to give them our contact information, and we said yeah, and he ended up contacting Misty here and sat out in the blind for an entire day, did a little interview, and it was pretty neat.
Didn't see any deer that day, though.
No, she didn't see any deer the day that he was out there. It was a couple weeks later when she got her deer, so we sent in pictures of it and stuff, so they did get that for the story also. So it was pretty neat. It was kind of a complete story.
I probably would have missed the deer anyway, so I was kind of happy no deer came through.
PGH Bonfeeder says, well got to go. I have work tomorrow morning. Remember, everyone as well. Happy fishing and Tightline. Well, thanks for stopping by, PGH. It's much appreciated. You have a fantastic night, and tight lines to you too. Scott Thought says, everyone, please share the stream and also smash that like button. Much appreciated, Scott. Papa Rome's Outdoor says that would be a really cool YouTube video, just going over that story with the pics and all, very inspiring. You know, that's a good idea. We'll have to put that on a list of videos to do. We should do that. Do like a little interview type thing and go over it. It's a good idea. I'll put it on my my long list of videos to do. That's one thing that I tend to struggle on too, is I have a list of videos and ideas that I want to do, and then just to find the time to do them has been difficult. But I have a long list of stuff that I want to get done. I do want to, it's not going to happen this year, but in the next couple years, I really want to get out to Montana, and I want to do an elk hunt out there, and I think that would be pretty neat. I know a couple guys that go out there every year now that started a few years ago, and it's just awesome seeing the pictures and hearing the stories and some of the videos that they're getting when they go out there. It's a beautiful country, and it would be pretty neat to try to go hunt an elk. I think if I ended up going though, or when I end up going, if I got an elk, I think that's going to be a pretty expensive trip though, because I'm sure I'm going to want to mount it on the wall or something. But WTF, Mike, how is it going, buddy? Thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated. I hope you had a fantastic New Year's. Papa Rome's Outdoor says, have a question. I think you mentioned the coyote calling. You never got one before. Good trick to calling them is use turkey calls instead of a predator call. I'll have to try that. I haven't tried using a turkey call for predator hunting before. We do have turkeys out here. We go turkey hunting every spring, and we got a lot of them around here. I'll have to try that. It makes sense, though. I know that I've never had a predator come in while turkey hunting yet, but while goose hunting, I have had fox and coyotes come in. I have, I guess, shot them while goose hunting, but I don't really count that as a predator hunt because that's not what we were doing. But I've had, we were sitting up next to a creek one year, and I had the decoys up along there, and I was sitting off about 70 yards, upwind where they were landing, and here comes a fox that cut in front of me. He had no clue I was there, and he started stalking the decoys. It was pretty neat watching them. WTF Mike says, it was long. Papa Rome says, I've got a coyote and a fox with them. Well, that's pretty cool. Little secret I never shared yet. Just to thank you so much for helping me hit 1K. Oh, thank you, buddy. No, that is a really good tip. I'll have to try that. It makes perfect sense to do that. I'll maybe have to go out to my deer hunting grounds out there and call for turkey a little bit and see what happens. We do a lot of turkey hunting in the springtime. Jackson actually got his first turkey ever this past spring, so that was really cool. He was at the age where he could shoot his own turkey here in Minnesota, so we took him out. He's been out turkey hunting basically every year that we've turkey hunted. He'll just come out and sit with us and stuff, and he always enjoys that. But he was able to hunt himself this year and bag his first Minnesota turkey, so that was pretty cool. He was pretty proud of that, and I was also. That was actually my favorite clip in our year in review video. So, WTF, Mike, bow hunt turkey. I have tried bow hunting turkey. Yes, I have not been successful at bow hunting turkey though, but I have been successful every year since I've hunted turkey with the shotgun. WTF says, hey, I'm in North Dakota. What part of North Dakota are you in? I'm in west central Minnesota. Of course, you know where Fargo is. I live about 35 miles from Fargo. Yeah, we do most of our hunting here in Minnesota, Jamestown area. Well, that's cool. Very familiar with Jamestown. Very familiar with North Dakota. I lived in Devil's Lake for a while, and I did. I actually had my own guide service up there where I did fish guiding on the Devil's Lake there. Did that for about 3 years. So where I grew up here, where I live right now, is about 7 miles from where I grew up, and I moved from there. I went to Devil's Lake, North Dakota, lived there for 3 years, and ended up down in Kentucky. I lived in Berea, Kentucky, lived down there for a while, and moved back up to Minnesota. Lived in Fargo, North Dakota for a while, then moved back to where we live right now, which is right about where I grew up, not too far. And I have no plans on moving again. We got a little farm here, little farmstead. We have some cows, we got some pigs, goats. We raise chickens, ducks, guineas. I don't know. We got a pony. We got all kinds of animals.
And the dog.
And of course a dog. That's right. So Mike, how much snow did you get then last Thursday? We ended up getting about 14 inches here. I think on Monday, that was a bigger windstorm than it was on Thursday, though. My drive to work, I had to go about 5 to 10 miles an hour much of the way because it was whiteout conditions. Who's the young lady, your daughter? This is my wife, Misty. She hangs out with me a lot on the streams, and then she also does a lot of fishing and hunting and stuff also. She didn't do a lot this last summer, though, so she's not in a lot of the videos this last year, but that was because of our the birth of our latest son, James. He was born last April here, so she didn't come out on the boat a lot this summer, nor did she go to the deer blind that much. But we did take James out a couple times, though. He's gone river fishing. He went on one deer drive, and he's been ice fishing one time. But next year he'll get out a lot more. But Jackson, my other son, which is 8 years old now, he's in pretty much every video that I'm in. He's sleeping right now, but otherwise he hangs out on the live streams too.
Yeah, he had to go to bed because he has school tomorrow.
Yep. And once again, I do appreciate everybody stopping by and hanging out with me. If you haven't already, please click that like button. And if you're new here, please consider clicking that subscribe button and hitting that bell. And don't forget to check out everybody in the chat. A lot of good channels out there, good content, a lot of good supporters out there in the chat too. Go over and check their channel out, play one of their videos, hit their like button, and leave a comment. Logan Rose says, you found a shed. I gotta watch this once this is over. Love your video, man. Yeah, Papa, you gotta watch that video. I watched it earlier this afternoon, and that is one unique shed he found. It's pretty neat. Well, guys, I think I'm going to wrap this one up here, approaching the 2 hours on here. I do have work in the morning also. And again, I want to wish everybody a Happy New Year's, and I do appreciate everybody stopping by and hanging out with us. It's always much appreciated. And we'll see you on the next stream. Thank you again. And a special thanks and a shout out to Papa Rome's. Congratulations again on your 1K. Have a good night, everybody.